Hey, how the devil are you? Okay, okay. My reaction: Jake Paul, Ben Askren. Oh, how wrong did I get it? He fooled us all. Ben Askren, you why iota. you know, he didn't look very good in that fight. Right from the off, I knew the way he was coming in, the way he was moving, the way he was throwing the punches. I don't think he was going to win that fight, even if it went on for a bit longer. But there is talk, of people saying, is the fight fixed? Was it rigged? So, well, I'll talk about it in a second, but let's talk about the actual show itself, the event itself. What a pile of... okay, what the hell was that all about? How much money did they spend on that pile of rubbish? The commentary was diabolical. Okay. I've got... my daughter's 5 years old. Her and her friends could do a better job. It was just shocking. So bad, so corny, and just cringy. And what? Oscar De La Hoya? What nonsense was he spouting about?
It's like a balloon. It's like a balloon. You have a balloon. You keep pounding the balloon. Pound it, pound it. The air comes out. Right. Keep throwing. Frank Mir, keep throwing. Go, 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 go. Deflate the balloon, baby. Deflate the balloon, Frank Mir. Let's go. Yeah, imagine.
I mean, he's a great boxer, and he was a great boxer. But I don't think he should go into commentary. I don't think you're going to make a good pundit because he was talking bollocks, right? Just like complete nonsense. Maybe he's had maybe 2 jabs to the face. I don't know, but he spouted. He was just cringy. It was just terrible. And then it was the camera work. The camera work was just. How many times can I use the word awful in this paragraph I'm using here? Awful, 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 awful. There were some points where they were getting the ring ropes in the way of the camera. Come on. You spent, what, $2 billion on it? What? And you can't even get a decent cameraman. It looked like sometimes he was using his phone. Got a Samsung S7 It was just really bad. Anyway, so the show itself was pretty bad. And if I had paid to watch that, I'd be pretty cheesed off. Maybe a lot of people, young people who watched it, didn't really notice that. Think that's what a boxing match is all about, like WWE. Nah, it's not. That's not a boxing match. It's not. So yeah, it was a pretty poor show. Anyway, so let's then get on to the fight itself. So the fight started off, and like I said, straight from the off, I could see Ben Askren was really uncomfortable in there. His shots were really weak. His defense was non-existent. And Jake Paul was doing well on the front foot. He was doing well at setting him up. He set him up with a jab to the body. He was going to the body, tested him with a couple of left hooks, and then he also just missed a couple of times with the right overhand. And then he went to the body, come over and crack right in the face. And it wasn't a fake punch. But I will say that just before that, there was a part when Ben Askren came forward with a very weak sort of pouring left out jab forward, and Jake Paul kind of went backwards all over himself. He did sort of cross his legs a little bit, didn't know what to do. So he's not good on his back foot, and maybe that's something his camp needs to work on, his trainer. But if someone was really attacking him, I wouldn't like to know. I wouldn't like to see what would happen from that, because all Ben did was just walk forward with his arm out. So yeah, and then when Ben tried to clinch inside, the referee moved them 10 feet apart. Get over there! As if, it did seem as if the ref was trying to make sure that they couldn't get in the clinch because they know that's Ben Askren's only chance. It did look like that a little bit. It was a bit weird why he pushed him so far apart. Now don't forget that Jake Paul is their golden boy, isn't he, at the moment? And if he loses a fight, they've lost that gravy train, haven't they? They're like, what do we do next? He's lost. They've got to keep him winning. I'm not saying that's what happened, but it did look a bit suspect, the referee pushing them so far apart, not allowing them to clinch or get into a, inside work. So, bit dodgy. And then like I said, it comes to the punch, which I already mentioned. Now that punch wasn't a fake punch. It was a real punch. It was a good punch. And Ben Askren did not take a dive. He got caught good and proper. And it sent him out to the canvas. Now, but what is strange again is that when he got up, I would say that he was more than ready to fight back. He was up in his fighting stance. He was ready to go. Okay, he doesn't really know boxing. And that referee, again, was like, looked at him and then was a bit and then stopped the fight. And I'm sure a lot of people agree that it was stopped prematurely. And I think that most people agree that if it had gone on, I think Jake Paul probably would have won anyway. Okay, but it definitely was stopped prematurely. Ben Askren's taken bigger hits than that. And also, I've seen, let's take the Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder fight. Deontay Wilder got caught with some massive shots in the second fight. He had blood coming from his ear, his lip was out there, he had blood coming from his mouth, he went down twice before the stoppage, and the referee let it go on. Because, you've got to let a fighter go out on their shield. At least give him a go. People have paid a lot of money to see this fight. They don't want to see a minute of it. They don't want to see it go some rounds if it can. So the referee did stop it prematurely. And I think Ben Askren could have continued. Whether or not he would have got caught with a couple of more punches again, possibly, potentially yes. But he was ready to go on and he was stopped prematurely. So then people are saying, well, okay, so is the ref being paid off, well, I don't think he has. I just think that they spent so much money on Michael Buffer, right, that they didn't have enough money left over to get a decent ref. Now, if you're spending all that money on people like Michael Buffer to do the announcing, at least spend good money on a good ref that's maybe done some really big title fights. Come on, that ref was I'm not knocking the ref, the poor guy, he's put in this situation there and someone's giving him some money and of course he's going to take it. But I do think he was a little bit inexperienced in a big fight, not so much the big fight as the fight it was good, but a big occasion like that. And, it may have been off-putting for the guy, but definitely he made some poor decisions. So I don't think that the ref was paid off or anything, or always a fix. I just don't think it is. And then you've got the backstage footage of Ben Askren, and he's walking out. He's like this. He's walking off just after he's been knocked out, and people are saying it's obviously a fix. It's got to be rigged. Look at him. He's walking away, going, "I'm in the money." Well, look. Let's put it into perspective here. He's getting paid $500,000 for the fight. And that's without all the other sponsorships and pay-per-view revenues, things like that. So he's probably going to get, $750 to $1 million, okay? If I'd done a 2 minutes work and someone said, right, thanks very much, here's £2 million, I'd be like, hey! I wouldn't just be smiling walking out. I'd be jumping and clicking my heels together. I'd be saying to my wife, come on, where are we going on holiday? I'd be like, it'd be fantastic. So again, I just don't think that, I just don't think that makes any difference to it. He's happy just to have it done, get out of there. He's got his money. Thank you very much. And that's probably why he's happy. Wouldn't you be happy with £1 million? I mean, they're set up now, aren't they, the family? So good luck to them. And then you've got, Snoop Dogg going, 2 million, mother, 2 million, going off on so there's other people saying, well, why did he put that much money on the fight? Why was he making such, well, obviously you make a big fuss out of winning 2 million. I'm assuming that he's shouting 2 million because he's put a bet on. I'm assuming he is. It has to be, correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I hold my hands up. But he's shouting 2 million, mother effers, okay? So I made the assumption that maybe he's won $2 million by putting the bet on. And if he is, where did he get, he's pretty confident putting that much money on. I know he's well off, but still, you wouldn't want to put that much money on a fight, would you? So that's how, that could be interpreted as dodgy as well. But look, I don't think the fight was fixed. I don't think it was rigged. there's a few aspects of it which look a bit dodgy. I just think it was a poor show, poor refereeing. Ben Askren looked like he didn't have a clue what he was doing. And the laughing after and Snoop Dogg shouting 2 million, that's nothing to do with it. There's just, I don't think it was rigged. I just think it was, the total thing was a load of crap. I'm just glad that I watched it on the dodge and didn't pay for it. Result. Anyway, do you guys think it was rigged? Are there things that I've missed that you may think that something looked a bit dodgy or ropey during the fight that you say could be a fix, could be something going on there? You know, and like I said earlier, that's their golden goose, Jake Paul. You know, he's getting the gravy train. If he loses, they've lost that money. He's lost his appeal, isn't he? So, you know, you never know. Anyway, please let me know what you think in the comment section. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video.